Okay, so we're going to have longer notes down here, shorter notes up here. These notes are going to be determined by the distances between the nut and the note center. The note center. Okay, and then we're going to, kind of extrapolate between. We'll use an average distance. So it's kind of like engineering. It's kind of fun, and we'll end up with something like. Okay, so something like this. So this is what we would have, what we're looking at, chart 377. And then this is what it's really going to look like at the end. Okay, like this. So I'm going to figure out these lengths and everything. And when I'm done, the strips are going to be just one piece. And I even put the first one on wrong, and I just pulled the whole thing off and straightened it, and it's like it never happened. It was removable, at least initially, so you could reposition it a lot easier than all these guys. But you can reposition them individually, get it before it kind of dries on there. That's what's going on there. Okay, so let's just finish up the fiddle discussion, the cello discussion. The cello is going to be C here. These are the very notes too. G, D, and A there. Now this C right here is middle C. That's middle C. Okay, that's lower C. Here's middle C, here's lower C, and here's the lowest note on the cello. Okay? Alright, so those cello notes again are going to be C. I even got a cello here, a cello sound. And then G, and then D, and then A. See how I got my cursor on the note? How about that, huh? These two. These two. That's the lowest note on a cello. Wow, that is really low. Okay, it's been a long day, but I think it's important to look at this a little bit. So we're trying to wrap up the blues because, believe it or not, whoa, let's make it a little. I don't even enjoy playing the blues all the time. Okay, I don't enjoy playing the blues. Not on the piano. Maybe an old piano would be fun. But on the guitar, it sounds a lot better. So let's learn this. We got the groove chord. We got the 3 groove chords. C7, F7, C7, F7, C7. You get it? F7 and then G7. Alright. Now, those are the root groove chords. 1 dominant 7, 4 dominant 7, 5 dominant 7. And we can play in a 3-key blues like that. let's look at this note. It says, for 1 magic key blues, use the hex pence on 4 and 5. For 3 magic key blues, play the diatonic magic keys on 1, 4, and 5. So for 3 keys, we would just do a C7 and an F. Okay, playing a few other notes there, but that's pretty much it. You do the whole scale. You don't just go, you know, it's not a bass line. You can play anywhere along that entire Mixolydian scale, right? Okay, hopefully that was right. Ah, there you go. I got the top one wrong. It was, all right, which is a C string shape. C string shape. Let's look at that. So where did we start? We started on the C on the second string, which is root on the second string. We did a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we got to start with 5 on the second string rather, because we're Mixolydian. C becomes the 5th now. So we did 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, warped up 7, root 2, and 3 and 4. And I had played the leading tone to the C. That was in the anti-blues note, but it wasn't the blues scale. So the root of the magic key is here, okay, which is the root of the 4th of the 4th. The root key we're going to be starting here is we're going to be in 1, root is going to go to 2. So there's 2, then this is the root of the magic key, okay. 4, root goes to 6, 5, root goes to 5, root goes to 5, Mixolydian, 4, root goes to 6. So once we go up to our F here, and we want to stay in this little cage here, so we're going to go 6, 7, root, 2, 3, 4. Okay, root goes to 6. Then we go to Mixolydian. Alright, if we wanted to stay right here, what does root do in the Mixolydian? It goes to 5, so we'll be going like. Okay, what does 5 go to? If root goes to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 goes to 2 again in that point. Okay, so it's interesting. You can play with those substitutions. So that gives us some blues notes for free. The only thing to add is, and a little note about the hex pen, if you're going to substitute E flat, instead of playing E, you know, the Aeolian, okay, which is the 4th of the Dorian, you can substitute an E flat in there and do a hex pen. Then you don't have to play an Aeolian. So it's like doing something like this. Notice we just kind of skip the notes that are kind of going to get us into trouble.